Oh. Oh. Shloka 12. Yogam Atma Vishuddhaye. In contemplation, the word Shuddha, Vishuddha, that is purify, is equivalent to disidentify. From the ego to be able to identify with the spirit. Upavishyasane yunjat. Sitting in a secure seat that is firm and comfortable, feel secure. Yatta chittendriya kriyaha. Through karma yoga, we have been directing the body and the mind. Now in dhyana yoga, we are disengaging them. We have trained ourselves to direct these equipments. So when we tell these equipments no, these equipments now follow. No karma yoga, no dhyana yoga. Tatraika brahmana kritva. We are only used to anekagram and shunyagram. Anekagram means thoughts in endless directions. Or shunyagram, which means thoughts in no direction. Shunyagram, when we are going to sleep. You think less and less and less until you are sleeping. And that's why when we practice contemplation, our most significant challenges are drowsiness. From endless directions, now we're trying to train ourselves to move in one direction, but we're not trained in that. We feel like we're going to sleep. Yes. And if you're not drowsy, then the challenge is distraction. Even though everything is disengaged, still we are distracted. No karma yoga, no dhyana yoga. No chapter 3, 4, 5. You can't jump to chapter 6. In a secular subject, maybe, not in a sacred subject. Verse 13. Samam kaya shiro grivam dharayan achalam stiraha sampreksha nasikagram swam dishashchana valokayan. Samam, balanced. Kaya, that is body. Shiraha, that is your head. And what connects them? Grivam, your neck. Just like one's seat is firm yet comfortable, one's sitting should be firm yet comfortable. The firmness is that your back is not on any support. Whether you're on a chair or you're near a wall, you are supporting your own body. The comfortable part is your base, to have a wide base that is not painful. I want you to visualize from this quarter that your body is on a hanger. Imagine the hook is your head, the neck of that hanger is your neck, and your body is there. If you think of clothes on a hanger, it is firmly there, but it's comfortable, correct? You can shake that clothing. That's how this body should be. On the note of clothes, when one contemplates, one's clothing should not be felt. If you have a tight collar on right now or a tight button, that is going to distract you. Your clothes should be loose so you don't feel them. Dharayan achalam stiraha. In this sitting, one should not move. As soon as you move the body, you re-identify with the body. We're trying to identify with the spirit. That requires a lot of disidentification. From lifestyle to body to breath. And every time I move the body, I come back to the body. It's taking steps backwards. Asana Siddhi is when you can sit without moving your body for 45 minutes. How many of you have Asana Siddhi? Well, we sleep for 8 hours. Does that count? See how much training is required. And that's why I'm almost hurt when casual teachers teach contemplation to casual students. When a whole lifetime of training is required. On this note of keeping the body unmoving, be healthy. Our younger son, Shuka, had the stomach flu on Thursday. So he couldn't go to school on Thursday and Friday. And he gifted that to me on Saturday. On Saturday, I couldn't move. I couldn't read. I couldn't take care of our children. I was just unmoving the entire day. I felt like a day has been deleted from my life, and I can't remember when this happened before. And it was an awful experience. And this made me very grateful for Shri Krishna's grace. Today is day 620 of Meaningful Mornings. In October of 2020, I was not present for one morning to rest my mind. And now March of 2022, the second morning, which I took to rest my body, I've come to understand and appreciate that health only comes through grace. That's it. So be healthy, physically, mentally. I couldn't do anything on Saturday, including not contemplate. So if we want to be contemplators, we have to be healthy. Sampreksha nasikagram swam. Gaze, not stare. If I asked all of you to stare at your nose right now, how long would you be able to do that? Till your eyes started hurting, your brain started hurting. It is to gaze at the end of your nose. The idea is you close your eyes When your eyes are closed and you feel your eyes are looking downwards, that is sleep. When your eyes are closed and they're resting and they're as if directed upwards, that is contemplating. To be more practical about this, your seat and you sitting on your seat, your line of sight should be with your altar. At your altar, suppose you have an icon of your personal God and your personal guide. Their feet should be aligned with your eyes. You definitely shouldn't be sitting above them. That's why even in this class, I keep encouraging all of you, don't eat, don't drink. These are all signs of one not being ready for contemplating because you're focusing on something else. Your eyes should be aligned with the feet of your personal God, your personal guide. That is the last sight you see. Then you close your eyes. Your eyes are lifted up in contemplation. And then when you open your eyes, what is the first sight you see? Those same feet. Okay, so further details about your seat, your sitting. Dishaha anavalokayan, with one's eyes gazing upwards, then one will not be looking around in different directions. We've already managed this because our space is clean, simple, and inspiring. There's nothing else to look at. Yes? Being more specific about this, when you contemplate many minutes before you have to go to an engagement. Because if you contemplate right before an engagement, what are you contemplating on? That engagement. You're sitting with anxiety, fear. Now, another tip. When you contemplate, I'm sure many of you set alarms, 15 minutes, 30 minutes. You probably do this with your phone. Even though I've told all of you to have one of those old school clocks with the red letters and you can hit it. You should use those kind of clocks, the analog ones. If you're using your phone as an alarm, make sure that phone is in another room where you can hear it softly, but that possession is not close to you. If that possession is close to you, you will be possessed by it. Nothing should be around you, including another being. That's the level of aloneness or independence. Clear? Imagine you're contemplating, you're feeling Shri Krishna, and then, what was the point of that contemplation? Softly we should hear, oh, and then your day transitions into your responsibilities. Verse 14. Prashantatma vigatabhihi brahmachari vrate stitaha manas samyamya machittaha yukta asita matparaha. Just checking the Sanskrit. Good. Vigatabhihi, to be without stress, anxiety, dejection. When one lets go of this, they will feel prashantatma. Shanta is a general peace. It comes from living a life that is following the intellect. It is a life that is decisive. I know what's important. I know what's not important, which is why I don't have stress. You're all feeling that connection. Prashantatma. When I have this general peace in contemplation, I am contemplating for a extraordinary peace. There is a sense of a more authentic and deep commitment. When I'm committed, there's less stress, anxiety, dejection. Brahmachari vrate stitaha. Brahmachari, the one who's wandering towards Brahma, the infinite. Vrata, they have taken this challenge, stitaha, to follow this challenge. They have the clarity of what not to do and what to do. What not to do, what to do. The one who's wandering towards the infinite knows not to go here, not to think about that they should be moving in this direction. Manaha samyama machittaha. The mind, samyama, here means extraordinarily disciplined, which means directed. Rishi Patanjali in the Yoga Sutra describes samyama when the entire andakarana, that means memory, mind, intellect, and ego are one unit. That's how integrated they are. Then, whatever they are directed towards, they will become that. So here, samyama, I have used the word discipline, directed, but this verse is taking all of this to a new intensity. It is not a worldly intensity. It is a sacred intensity. I've shared with all of you many times, the typical sociologist will share that you should sleep 8 hours a day. And I disagree with them. 8 hours a day for an ordinary person, yes. But for those who are inspired, they don't need to sleep 8 hours a day. Sleeping is them being prevented from being inspired. They can train themselves to sleep 6 hours, 5 hours. Puja Swami Chinmayananda, 3 hours. See how that sacred element just creates a different engagement. And now, the most important quarter that has been shared thus far by Shri Krishna, Yukta Asita, with all of these preparations, external, even internal. Contemplation is mat para. Mat here means Shri Krishna. Paraha means importance, highest. The more intense implication of this is there is no other. There is no job. There is no room. There is no mind. There is nothing but Shri Krishna. That's what Matpara is. As long as there is another, that is not contemplation. I'm sharing this with all of you in such a black and white way. If I'm contemplating on Shri Krishna and my drive to work, then I'm not contemplating. See how high that attrition is? But think about why we're doing this. To be infinite, it can't be casual. Those who are not contemplating on the infinite, what they're doing is they're contemplating on siddhis. They're contemplating to make their body more flexible. They're contemplating to be able to read others' minds. We have been repeatedly taught in our Puranas, in Bhagavad Gita, don't get distracted by siddhis. That will be your fall. Matparaha, matparaha, matparaha. Not siddhi, but satya. This is the truth. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Oh. Oh. Tapa and yajna. Shri Krishna has shared, practice tapa. That is to save what the body, mind, intellect are doing. Yajna, to serve. To serve, to push, to place the ego in the spirit. Tapa begins with be grateful. Deepen your tapa to relaxing the body. First, relax the body externally. Stretching your shoulders, your legs. When the body is firm and comfortable, next, relax the body internally. Contemplate or identify with every body part from the toes to the head. As you identify with each body part, whatever discomfort and pain is in that body part, feel that that is flowing away, is being released, and is naturally being replaced with comfort and strength. Once this feeling is established, forget, let go, renounce that body part and move to another. Relax the body internally. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.